Good day to all Inderes TV listeners and viewers. Tecnotree publishes Q4 results today, and on this video we have the CEO Padma Ravichander and CFO Inderes Vivekananda as guests. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie. Good afternoon.
So we could start off with the highlights of Tecnotree's Q4 and the year 2023 in general.
Thank you, Ronnie. Let me take that answer first. The revenue highest ever recorded. That was the first achievement I would like to call out. We recorded a revenue of 78.4 million, which was highest ever at a 9% year-on-year growth. The operating results also increased by 30% to 23.8 million against 18.3 million we had achieved in the previous year. We were able to contain costs pretty well. Our operating cost was about at 54.7, comparable to 53.3 in the previous year. While these are some of the highlights of the positive things, some of the things which could have been better are: one, we had a heavy loss on the foreign exchange, which increased to 9.7 million compared to 2.9 million in the previous year. Similarly, this affected, even though we had a very high EBIT, the net income was impacted by that, and we recorded a net income of 11.2, which is comparable to 11.6 we had achieved in the previous year. The operating cash flow also slightly increased to 6.2 compared to 6 in the previous year. The earnings per share remained flat at 4 cents per year, which was same as the previous year. So these are from the financial perspective, the highlights. Now I request Padma to...
Thank you, Indiresh. It is noteworthy to mention that this is a record year for Tecnotree. We broke the ceiling both on order intake, on revenue, and on profitability. I don't think the company has enjoyed the kind of performance and results this year. I really want to thank my customers. I want to thank the investors who have believed in this company. And most of all, I want to thank my employees who have really worked hard and left no stone unturned to make this a huge successful year for Tecnotree with such record results. I also wanted to add that we added 12 new logos this year. And if you look at the quality of the logos, they are tier one telcos, as well as a good mix of other types of sub-brand players in the MVNO market. It is also a mix of global play. We have customers in North America, in Europe, in Asia Pac, Middle East, as well as in Africa and LATAM. So we really spread our wings across the globe. And in addition to that, we had 14 top deliveries that happened in the company. The number of parallel deliveries have significantly increased, but these 14 deliveries were highlights with very large digital transformation projects being rendered to tier one telcos. But also in that delivery, there were customers we won in this year, 2023, and delivered within the same year, which shows that our time to market, our speed to market, our out-of-box capability to make deliveries happen faster has definitely improved. And finally, I want to say that the industry recognitions this year have been extremely good. I want to name a few noteworthy ones. First is Gartner. Gartner recognizes us as a challenger because the whole demographics of the telecom industry is going through a transition and a revolution. And there is a dichotomy between product-led as well as services-led purchases by BSS for BSS requirements by operators. So clearly being a challenger position allows us to play on both ends as well as take a good market share from our competitors. We were also recognized by TM Forum with a diamond badge for 59 APIs that are standardized on TM Forum and 25 real-world APIs that we have delivered. We were also recognized for our excellence in customer experience by TM Forum and our compliance to their architecture. This is a very important thing for BSS vendors, mainly because telecom software is complicated and standard adherence means it's easy to implement, easy to use, and it is also friendly in terms of its ability to integrate with other platforms. The third important area is in the area of AI/ML. We delivered 30 new patents to our portfolio, and we are recognized among the top 4 in the AI/ML automation area globally by Markets and Markets. So these are to name a few recognitions. There were many more this year.
If looking still more about the numbers, you mentioned that your revenue in fixed currencies was 107 million, which was significantly higher than the reported figure of 78 million. Was it Nigerian naira's devaluation that caused this significant difference, and where did this higher comparable growth come from?
Let me answer, and then maybe Indiresh can add to it. Ronnie, we work in developing markets which have definitely high inflation and currency risk pressures, but this is not new for Tecnotree. We have for several decades had experiences as a company handling emerging markets. Emerging markets gives us double-digit growth, gives us a very good growth in terms of subscriber base, and also opportunities for us to improve our stack and have a very competitive pricing and expansionary growth. However, the downside definitely is the currency risks that we have to work hard to mitigate globally. So I believe that there are long-term benefits for Tecnotree in terms of working in these markets, in terms of continuous license revenues, long-term AMC and MSO contracts that provide ARR revenue. And having said that, in all these emerging markets where we work, our contracts are actually denominated in USD and Euro terms. And the way the contracts are worded, we have the ability to negotiate the exchange rates at the time of invoicing, not at the time of the contract signing, so that we move with the market in terms of the currency exchange fluctuations. So these are, and then we have, of course, many of them are long-term customers, so they do believe in our products, and we have a very good trusted relationship for us to be able to renegotiate some of the terms and conditions. But definitely, I must admit, it's challenging times, and the risks and inflationary pressures have hurt our ability to even show stronger growth.
Could you open up your money collection process step by step, and how your contracts have been set up in countries like Nigeria? So how does the devaluation and high inflation affects Tecnotree's money collections at this moment?
Okay, maybe I will take this.
Sure.
All our contracts have a very healthy mix between Euro and USD. We operate in many emerging markets, and Nigeria is one among them. Risk is in all emerging markets. We have been operating for many decades in these markets and have sufficient experience mitigating the associated risks. We have been conservative in evaluating our currency risks, and we have been making the necessary provisions for them. Our exchange rates are based on invoicing milestones, as Padma already mentioned, and are covered by indemnification as per the contracts. We also have regional base both in Nigeria and also in Argentina, which gives us to some extent a natural hedge by ensuring the OPEX in the same currency to cover a little bit of Forex risks. I'm also conscious that a diligent repatriation of funds will also ensure limitation of the risk. I hope I've given a broader answer, not just on the Nigeria.
Thank you. Then about the accounts receivables, the report showed that they lower from the comparison period too. So how big extent was this due to currencies or more improved cash collections?
Maybe I will take this as well. It's a combination of both. Our receivables are restated periodically at the end of each quarter at the prevailing exchange rates. The year-end AR is not substantially impacted by this. We are aggressive in collection processes and have incredible focus on deliveries and collection. We are undergoing an internal process transformation to align with our focus of think cash and do cash, and the company is clocking aggressively on the new orders that carries considerable order book. My quick response to is, yes, the currencies did bring down my receivable, but not substantially.
If thinking about 2024, you mentioned in your outlook that you're expecting currencies to stay at their current levels. So I was wondering, isn't that a bit ambitious, taking into account the strong devaluation in Nigeria naira beginning of this year?
Probably I can answer this as well. Yes, it is true, because basically all guidances are based on some basic assumptions of currency being stable. Last year also, our guidance was on the same assumption, and I'm doing this year also on the same assumption. As we grow forward, as we have more and more knowledge as the operations happen in the year, if there are any guidance changes required, we will react to that.
If looking a little bit still at the 2023 numbers, the EBIT eventually was higher than your guidance indicated. So why is this, and why didn't you change your guidance range?
Okay, probably I will take this also. The actual EBIT, if you look, Rani, was higher by just 1.5 million at the high end of the guidance. And hence the marginal increase, in our opinion, did not necessitate us to provide any additional guidance.
All right. So if looking forward this year, we didn't get a guidance for cash flow as we did last year, but it was, of course, at later stage of the year. So how does your cash collection look like this year? Will you improve from last year?
Okay, continuing on the guidance, we provide guidance on revenue and EBIT at the beginning of each year. And as we evolve our guidance, we get better clarity over the course of the year. Padma, you have anything to add on the cash?
Definitely, I think our focus is cash and bringing in a much healthier free cash flow capability in the company. I'm super confident that our Think Cash, Do Cash initiative across the company will have a formative transformation that's going to propel the company into a much stronger position.
You made a 2 million euro prepayment for an acquisition in Q4. So should we expect news from M&A front soon? And are you able to tell more about the possible target at this stage?
As I said, the inorganic growth story of Tecnotree will be measured, but it will be timed correctly, and we will continue to hunt for complementary opportunities that will strengthen our capability to deliver a differentiated value proposition to our customers in terms of our digital transformation capabilities. At the same time, when we see the opportunity for critical IP from an M&A perspective, we definitely grab it. We continue to stay active and watching for suitable such opportunities as part of our growth strategy. Cognitive Scale was one such acquisition, and I'm hoping there will be more announcements to come. I don't know, Indiresh, if you want to say anything about the
Yes. So as Padma mentioned, we have many companies which are smaller but have IPs which are aligned to our growth and which are required our product stack. So we are looking for them, and as soon as we have appropriate, we are going to make an announcement on that.
All right. One of your strategic objectives is your expansion developed countries. So how has this expansion developed, and have you found your product portfolio to be competitive there as well? You mentioned that the sales of your AI offering was 6.2 million when you initially estimated that it would boost your ARR by 5 million in 2023. So how does the sales pipeline look like going forward?
I'm really glad to state that we have made very good progress, Ronnie, in the US and Nordic markets with 3 new tier 1 operator logos that we acquired in 2023. We actually see much more newer opportunities in Europe. These new opportunities are underway, and they are looking as European operators get themselves ready for both 5G, cloud, and AI. And since the Cognitive Scale acquisition, we have really seen very good uptake in North America for cloud and AI capability, and the opportunity pipeline looks promising for both existing and new customers overall.
All right, so we could end the interview by talking about the R&D focus areas of Tecnotree for 2024.
Right. So thank you. I think, as I said, Gartner sees the whole BSS market going through its own transformation, both in terms of whether they are buying licenses or services from a product strategy perspective, consolidations in terms of newcomers coming into the market, as well as existing providers being replaced. So Gartner has recognized us as a challenger in the market, and we are steadily gaining grounds both in the area of cloud transformation as well as B2B2X ecosystem play on a digital stack and for digital transformation towards cloud. So we continuously see our market share increasing overall. And in terms of embedding AI ML journeys in our digital stack, this will further reduce time to market and bring cost efficiencies to our customers. And this is what they're really asking for. But more importantly, our differentiator is going to come from our Tecnotree certified product that we have as part of our sensor fabric, which will bring greater governance, trust, and security for better AI decision-making capability on the stack. In addition to that, we're also seeing a strengthened demand in cloud growing, and we believe Tecnotree will be a one-stop shop for many of our customers in terms of cloud-enabled digital transformation, whether they are tier one, whether they are MVNO, or other adjacent market enterprise accounts that are looking for digital capability and networks integrated services capability. Finally, the focus for us in 2024 will continue to be to demonstrate convergent experience of AI, 5G monetization, and anything as a service in the B2B2X space on cloud. We also believe that our digital stack is focused on expanding the capabilities of our customers to improve their operational efficiency and effectiveness by optimizing cloud deployments on the stack, enhancing greater consistency and predictability of services that they lend to their customers, improving things through generative AI, where we are more humanizing the whole experience on the stack as opposed to making it more transactional in nature. And finally, bringing a lot of cost effectiveness for our customers through operational resilience as we integrate more intelligent operations and automation into our stack. So really, I believe it's a very exciting transformational journey that we are embarking in as the whole world is embracing digital technologies for further amount of automation. And as you hear and see, there is such a buzz around AI, and I truly believe we stand to benefit from that as well. Thank you.
Thank you for all your answers, and I hope you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you, Ronnie. Wish you all the well. Thank you.